Okay, recap for Monday, the 25th of May, 2026. If you know me, you know that I don't trade Monday, but we'll just do the recap in case, for I guess learning purposes. Let's say that. Right, so it's 9:30 and we have taken all-time high. So let's just show this on a daily first. Right, market opens with a large opening range gap that it seems that it didn't fill. So I'm gonna just go check that on the 1 hour. So we take an all-time high on a Monday. So I'm not too keen about it really rallying up that much, right? On the 4 hour, what I'm seeing the four is the same. We just have this Civic, right? So that's the only thing I'm gonna have marked in there. I'm gonna use this high, by the way, not the actual Civic high, because this would be like, I don't know, an 8 hour, 6 hour gap, whatever. That's what I'm seeing as a low key the imbalance range. Hourly, there ain't really much. And what's bugging out with this thing? Where's the day? I'm trying not to look right now because I'll just mess up, you know, if I'm predicting. Anyway, two things that I'm looking at right now. We got sell side, London and Asia, and our initial liquidity if we're gonna take it right there or not. So there's two scenarios that I could be looking at for today. I would prefer to be bearish, right? We do have relative equal highs with what I'm guessing is, let me just double check. It is kind of London highs, right? I would really use this as the London high I was taking there, right there actually, this one. But like, there's two scenarios. We could leave these highs, right? Or we could SMT and then get to the lows. Why am I more bearish? Is because I just seen that we opened and just disappeared, right? We just left a large opening range gap, which means we have even larger, what do you call it? Regular trading gap right there. So I'd incline to be more bearish than bullish. However, I wouldn't try to target anything that low, right? So if the market stops here, right, and we're having SMT with ES, let me just check ES real quick, which I doubt it will do, then I'm looking at the show. What is going on with the replay? I don't understand. Right now she's showing me that it went down, but I'm not even gonna look at where it stopped. It's bugging out. It's bugging out. But it Loki showed me that, yeah, I'm true about it went down, but I didn't see where it went up to. Anyway, doesn't matter. Um, we'll try to do the opening price here. The opening price of 9:30, and let's try get an idea of the midpoint. So at least the upper quadrant I can eye it out in HSL set. So I would wait. It's one of them mornings where I would just have to wait, right? I'm waiting for either are we gonna go down. If we're gonna go down first, I might look for bullish price action. But I would prefer it to go up first so it confirms the sell set. So it's a 50-50 morning. I'll wait till 9:40 because I don't trade before 9:40. And it looks like we're gonna push for them for the highs, right? That's 9:40. Isn't really any real first percentage fair value gap that I would care about. We have a small one here, but I'll just keep it in mind. I wouldn't really care about it too much. Right now the long plays already done. So if you didn't catch it, GG. So now I'm just gonna wait for shorts once we get to the high. Alright, so we go to the high and now I need to wait for something that makes sense. Too short. I think I moved it too fast. Yeah, I'll take my short on this candle actually. Hoping that it's interesting that we kept it as relatively equal. But this is not bad short. Not yet. See, this needs to be live price action because I need to do one more thing. Not yet. There. Well, if this was a live candle, my fill would be in this inversion right there, but it's just doesn't matter. It's a recap, right? Stop loss at the high. Well, that's actually nothing. I'd probably go into something more, something like this. That makes sense. And because, like I said, nowadays, I'm I'm more of like, yeah, I'll probably know it's going down, but I might as well just take to a 1 to 2, and that's just the safest option, right? It's like easy is guaranteed. It's gonna be done within minutes, right? And I'm not gonna have any manipulation, and that's what I'm sticking to. So this trade is probably gonna play out. Do you see like how fast it is in minutes? And then after that, it could mess around. It could do whatever, and that would be my trade for the day. I'm looking to just do that on like 10, 20 accounts, right? Rather than just trying to catch the big trades, because I can see the guaranteed trades where it's just the 1 to 2. It's boring trades, I know, but like, yo, it is what it is, right? It gets you. But I would expect at least this sell side, and if we accelerate below it, then London sell side as a minimum. And after that, I would not look for anything, to be fair. So, see, for this day, it worked. It's nice. Actually, not a bad Monday for once. But do you see? Do you see my point? Right? As in, why I'm talking about the 1 to 2, because they could have done this right here, right? Like I would be aiming for this low, and trust me, they could have done this right here and would taking you out. Or let's say I'm guaranteeing that it's London sell side. Like if we still don't take this high, it's still valid, right? The play is still valid, because watch where we exactly went. See, and that's me after saying like, oh, it's a decent Monday. Oh, it's straight cap, right? So the play is still valid. However, it's just a bit, it is cooked. And you see, after that, now we deliver to London sell side, and because we've done that, I would expect Asia as well. Actually, look, we do it again. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I mean by I wanted to? Like they're priming so much sell side now. If you stick to the easy trade where you know this is so likely and this is so likely, right? And you just take it on like the lower hanging fruit objective. I was just looking at this wick, right? As the take profit. And you'd save yourself from all this. Yes, for this day, yes, we actually went and taken the loan and started the shenanigans, but we could have easily done it here. Trust me. We could have easily done it here. So that's what I mean by like, yo, just stick to some easy trades and just aim in the right direction. Right. So as long as we don't and this is the third time. I don't expect this high to be taken. If we don't take this high, then I'm expecting this to get lower and for tomorrow to maybe visit our new weekly opening gap, and we're gonna come make new higher highs. So I am bullish for the week just based on that. Okay. So let's just see. Yeah, but to take the London load after priming it like 3 times, and it's probably Asia next, making relative equal lows, but yeah, there we go. And after that, that's it. You probably should be done for the day if you bought like a long trade. But you see, old markets, you would take this entry, you take this exit, it'd be smooth sailing, right? Like there's none of this garbage. But you see, they've done it twice. That's what I mean by like, AO. There's just no point of trying to, you know, you might just even risk more on the guaranteed trade and then just get out with a big exit for the 1 to 2. Well, it's almost guaranteed, right? Like I'd probably have like with these 1 to 2s 90 to 95% win rate. It's genuinely there's so many of them in the day. As long as I wait and as long as I follow one of my many models, then it is good to go. Anyway, this is probably just gonna blob around here. Yeah, this is already Asia, already went next day. So this is current market. We're in London, and I would expect this bearish continuation into our new weekly opening gap, right? And it probably doesn't even need to fill all of it, right? It might just stick to the midpoint of it, upper quadrant or something, but some sort of partial fill on the new weekly opening gap. And if it doesn't fill all of it, that means just we could expect today to come for these highs, right? And let me just check the daily to confirm what I'm saying. Why is it not showing? Do you have like a bank holiday or something? Monday? We probably do. That's why this thing is messing up. So this is not a high that's like, yeah, we're gonna come back to all these lows. No, this is a high that is just engineered that, oh guys, we swept all-time high, we're gonna get, we're dumping. No, I'd expect somewhere in this area to hold, referring specifically to the new weekly opening gap, and we're not gonna get our regular trading hours opening range because this seems like it's a bank holiday until basically today is 9:30 open. So it's not gonna be anything crazy, especially that we're already down. So it'll be similar to when you weekly opening gap, I would assume. And I would try target to be safe, right? Because these highs could be left for Wednesday, right? So we don't need to get it tomorrow. And I would have my safest bet on the start of this market. Well, this is all a market maker sell mode, right? This is the origin consolidation, but there's a mini one here that's forming on London, and that's what I'm gonna try target. So I'm gonna look for London high. It's actually technically for Asia. It's I'm gonna make London one. So Asia one, I guess. So I would look for this mini market maker buy model because this one could take Tuesday and then Wednesday to get into it. But this one, I wouldn't be surprised if it's done today, especially if there's an easy gap above it on something like the hour or the 4 hour. I've been on the hourly. A 4 hour would be nice. So if this 4 hour goes to the, I don't know, the order block or whatever it's gonna go to, right? This is basically my drawn liquidity for today, and I would not look for anything more than that. You can see it with a lineup by taking on the highs here for Asia. So my target for today would be Asia high, and yeah, that's really it. So let me just get rid of everything here. Have this marked. I know this is more of a, I don't know, a boring recap, but there's not much to say, right? It's going to the point where it is kind of easier at this rate to get something at the market. And I would say this is what I'm looking at for any kind of turning point. If we can get over this, right, then my second TP would be here. I'm talking like how I would trade like the full range, right? These two levels, right? If you are gonna try aim for all the way for these highs, you want no slowing down, right? You want this to be pierced through, and you want this, right? It might offer a lot of retracement, but you don't want anything crazy. You want it to this breaker block basically, right? And then go and punch through it. If that happens, we're gonna get these highs today. If that doesn't happen, then we're gonna make some sort of whatever, right? Market structure for Wednesday to take these highs, and then we will have a classic kind of Tuesday low of the week, and then Wednesday will expand, Thursday will expand, and then it depends on Friday on how Thursday was looking, if we're gonna have the TGIF or not. Yeah, that's basically the market recap and the weekly whatever forecast. And yeah, it seems like we're not done with all-time highs by the looks of it, especially that this low here was just a very partial entry into our weekly busy. So it's technically like a weekly institutional to floor entry drill, which means we are very bullish. Yeah, that's the market recap. Peace out.